What is up, beautiful people in F1 Clash? Today we're going to give you Series 10 and 11 driver recommendations and car setups. What we're going to do is give you 3 different car setups for Series 10, and then we're going to go ahead and build our Series 11 setup with you guys along the video. Right, so we have had a few delays on this guide. Apologies, it is summer and I do intend to enjoy the beach, but nevertheless, let's get started with Series 10. We're going to go over to our duos. We're going to check out Series 10. We got Barcelona with tire management and cornering. We got Silverstone with tire management and speed. Then we got Spa with power unit and tire management. And then we got, lastly, Austin with tire management and cornering. So what we need here, the primary start is tire management. So you need your best tire management drivers. And then we got 2 tracks with cornering, so Austin and Barcelona. And then after that, we got 1 of speed and 1 of power unit. So our car is going to lean a little bit more to cornering, and then balance it out a little bit more either towards speed or power unit, or balance it out towards the 3 of them. Let's go over to the car setup if the game lets me. Here we go. So these are the 2 Series 10 drivers I have personally selected. Now, if you've got Series 11 and 12 higher drivers with better tire management, or even Series 10 or 9, go ahead and do it. What you need to do is select your best tire management drivers. Keep in mind that Hülkenberg has a 10% start bonus. So if you got him in Series 11 and you're racing in Series 10 anyway, and he does have better starts, go ahead and use him. But for the purpose of the video, we make it always of Series 10 assets and below. We've got Lawson and Ocon as our best 2 drivers for tire management. We do have Albon that has better stats, better higher levels, so we can also choose Albon. So let's gonna swap him over for Ocon. So now we got tire management with Lawson at 70 and Albon at 77. So those are my recommended drivers for you for Series 10. And again, we all have different assets, so make sure you just get your best tire management drivers. Car setup for Series 10. This is car setup number 1. What I'm doing here is going all out on those 2 tracks of cornering, because I've got 185 points in cornering, 149 on speed, and 131 on power unit. I do tend to drop more on the power unit because I find it easier, the power unit tracks and the speed. But nevertheless, if you want to drop that cornering a little bit lower and add another of those stats, you can go to Metronome, which is your gearbox. You can drop Metronome and add something like Dynamo. So now you've got a decent cornering, decent power unit, and an okay on speed. It's not that bad. It looks more balanced than the other one. But remember that we've dropped a lot of cornering, so on those 2 tracks, you won't be as good as before. If you don't want Dynamo and you want to stick to Metronome, how do you pronounce that name, then Mach 3 is another option to change. You can change Mach 3, which gives you cornering 2 with Behemoth. Now you got a decent cornering, way better speed, but you drop a lot of power unit. But you will be strong on your speed and your cornering, which is 3 tracks out of 4. My recommended car setup would be probably this one. I would probably use max cornering for those 2 tracks and then see how the speed and power unit goes. If I do struggle with the speed, then my second best option will be to drop Metron and add Dynamo. And then I would be dropping the speed and going good with the cornering and power unit. So completely up to you. Those are the 3 car setups that I would recommend for you to use. Finally, we're going to go over now to Series 11. We're going to check that one out. And Series 11 is about defending and cornering in Suzuka, Monaco defending and cornering, Barcelona with tire management and cornering, and then overtake with cornering in Montreal. So we got overtaking, time management, and 2 defensive tracks. So you want to be a good defensive driver. Hulkenberg has those 10% stats. And for your car setup, it's all about cornering. Every single track is about cornering. So let's go back to our loadout. We got our car setup here. Let's go over all of them and start building a cornering car setup. So Series 11 and below. Let's see if, yep, boombox is from Series 11. Definitely will be adding that one. So we're going cornering at 217 now. Metro that we used before is all about cornering, so we're sticking to him. Aeroblade will probably be, I would probably stick with Aeroblade, but let's see if Valkyr does any better. You got a choice between Aeroblade and Valkyr. This all depends on you because you're gonna add only 2 more on cornering. A lot of speed doesn't make that much of a difference. Dropping a lot of power unit. But the big difference is how much time you can use at DRS. Obviously, you're going to pit for less time because the average time pit stop time on the Valkyr is less. So you got the option between Valkyr or Aeroblade. Any of those 2 options, go ahead, try them out. You got different assets, different levels. So depending on the levels, those 2 will be a choice for your rear wing. So Quantum is up next, suspension, and we're going to swap it with gyro. Now we got 251 on cornering. And lastly, we're going to stick to Mach 3. Turbojet's all about power unit. Behemoth's all about speed. And that would probably be my Series 11 car setup. Once again, you can change Valkyr for Aeroblade if you wish. Power unit, power lift doesn't give you any more cornering. And then we got the spear, not adding any cornering. So yeah, it's all about Valkyr or Aeroblade as your rear wing. Going over to your drivers, you need 2 tracks with defensive drivers. So we're going to opt for something more defensive. We have to add Hulkenberg because he's got that 10% stat boost, really good qualifying. And then we're going to choose our best defensive driver in Series 11, which will go for Carlos Sainz. And these 2 will be my recommended drivers for Series 11. I hope you enjoyed this video and has helped you out. And if it has, smash that like button. And if you're not a subscriber, go ahead and subscribe because we got tons of guides for you in F1 Clash.